We wanted to know whether organic foods provide any sort of health benefits. That's a very controversial issue, and no clear consensus has evolved so far in the literature, in the scientific literature. So we used fruit flies as a model system. It is very relevant for human health, and exposed them to organic diets which we purchased from a local supermarket. To our surprise, in the majority of the tests that we did with our flies on these organic foods, these flies fed the organic diets did much better on our health tests than the flies fed the conventionally raised food. Does that mean organic diets are definitely healthier for a consumer? Well, we don't know the answer to that yet. It would probably depend on the kind of organic food tested. We see that in our own experiments. Some organic diets do provide health benefits to our fruit flies, some don't. And also, while fruit flies have been studied for more than 100 years as model systems for human conditions and human diseases, it's always premature to draw very firm conclusions from testing in these model systems to a human.
In order to test this, we did a stress resistance assay to see how resistant these flies could become by eating either conventional food or organic food. And the stress that we're imposing on these flies would be comparable to the toxins in our planet, the pollution and aging, common stress that we endure every single day. Basically, what you do is you feed these flies the food type that you want to feed them. Then I'll put them on starvation food, which is just 1% water with agar. And we found that by eating organic food, they became more stress resistant. I did a lifespan assay. The lifespan assay measured the lifespan of the flies to see if organic food could improve the lifespan, which it did. They lived 25% longer. Finally, we did a fertility assay, which tested for the fertility of these flies. A healthy fly is more likely to produce more eggs. Obviously, greater fertility is a sign of greater health because a sick fly will not produce eggs. We found that by eating organic foods, these flies were also substantially more fertile.
Our most important tests in that respect are tests determining the longevity of a fly and the fertility of the fly. These are the two most important aspects of a fly life: how long it lives and how much it can reproduce. And on both of these tests, flies fed organic diets performed much better than flies fed conventional diets. They lived longer, they had higher fertility, they basically had a much higher lifetime reproductive output. The big question is, why should that be the case? A variety of studies have looked at nutritional content of organic foods, and no clear consensus is emerging. Some studies found higher nutritional content or better nutritional content. Lots of studies found no difference. So it can't simply be explained by nutritional content alone, obviously. In some of our experiments, we did not see any health benefits with certain kinds of produce. So it's a clearly produce-dependent effect that we're seeing. And if we figure out which kinds of produce will give us these health benefits, that would probably go a long way towards solving whether organic foods may indeed be healthier. So one possible explanation for these effects could be what's called xenohomesis. Xenohomesis is the idea that plants have defense mechanisms against diseases such virus, fungi, whatnot, and predators. If these defense mechanisms are upregulated, are stronger, then that could have potentially an effect on the person that consumes these food. The idea here would be that under organic cultivation conditions, farmers use less pesticides to get rid of pests and diseases. Therefore, the plant relies on their own defenses to fight those off. Therefore, a consumer consuming these plants would benefit from the defense systems that the plant has upregulated under these conditions.